first off, I want to say that it was like we just met by chance and just meeting at this networking event, the Main Street Meetup. Shout out to Adam Renato Ranville, living your best life in Jamaica right now. Totally jealous. But yeah.
Okay.
So, but when we started chatting, Adam kind of brought us together because you were doing a video testimonial for the Main Street Meetup, and then I asked what you did, and so I'm gonna segue into introducing you.
Okay.
This is Corey Cicchini. Say
Hello.
hey.
Hello.
Camera's right there.
Hello.
And you do social media marketing, which was interesting to me because that's how I started my company, was with social media marketing. So to hear someone kind of have that similar journey was very kind of surreal. But I'm going to yield the floor to you and tell everybody about yourself, what you do, how you got into it, why you got just the whole thing.
Sure.
You're on.
Okay. So I'm Corey. That's my name. Hello. I do social media marketing. I also do influencer marketing for local businesses across country. I've also dealt with a few in Canada, which is exciting and different as of recent. But basically, I've been doing this I've been in the industry for almost 6 years. And that kind of started with me getting into fitness, really involved with it. And then I started posting on social media, and I gained traction from it. I gained like 15,000 followers, which at the time was like, wow, that's 15,000 followers, you know? So I was like, if I can do this for myself, then I can do this for other businesses. And that's kind of when I was going for exercise science, and then I just switched to marketing, which is like complete polar opposite. But yeah, so I've been doing it for 3 years on my own, freelancing. So almost 3 years. I've almost been out of college for 3 years, which is insane. Does not feel like that. But yeah, so that's what I do, and I love it.
That's awesome. that is so
kind
cool.
of a weird story, but
no, it's not. It's your story. It's your tale. So tell me about your business that you have. What is the name of it, and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, so I just rebranded actually to Influence It, and because I do influencer marketing as well, I kind of wanted to tie that in with social media marketing, and obviously like social media influences businesses and their customers. So before that, I was Social Setter Media Management, and it was just like such a long name, but that was kind of like my first brand for myself. But yeah, so that's a name. What else did you ask?
Just the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Just about my business?
Yeah.
Okay. So like I said, I started it 3 years ago. My first client was my friend Jordan, which you met at the meetup as well. So she does eyelash extensions, waxing. She's Birmingham Beauty Bar if you are local and you want to check her out. They just added on hydrofacials. What else? Botox, filler, literally anything like under the sun. So she was my first client. At the time, she was actually out of another studio, and then she transitioned to having her own business. So I kind of started with her and made that transition. But that was like my first actual experience, and I'm still doing social media for her. So I think that was about 2 years ago. But yeah, so from there, I guess really it's just been like referrals and networking, like events that we went to is like how I found all of my clients. And especially like LinkedIn, I get messages on there like every single day now. So yeah, that's just kind of how it started and how it's evolved. And like I was just telling you, like it's like meetings all the time, and like it's a solo, like one girl show, so it's not like anyone's helping me. But so I'm doing everything from like meetings, new clients, just keeping up like communication with them, posting on their social media, literally everything, analytics. So I'm actually looking right now at getting an intern because I went to Michigan State. I didn't mention that, but I went to Michigan State, so I really want to find someone from there to kind of like take under my wing and like teach everything too. And then maybe build out a team eventually. I'm not really sure. I've always said I don't want an agency, but I don't know. Who knows? But that's just a little background about my business, where it is right now. Yeah.
I love it. Well, and it's so cool because your story is very similar to W.A. Hooper Marketing. We started out as W.A. Hooper Social Media Management. So even just to hear that, I'm like, wow, it's like the mirror is like right there. I think becoming an agent is not a bad thing. I think, and this is just from experience and talking to other people in the industry. If you have a great team under, you don't have to have this like behemoth like 20-person team. Even if you had like 2 people, you know, I mean that's still a team, you know. And if they're reliable, if they're great at what they do, and they're, you know, masters of their craft, then absolutely. That's why, you know, I approached you, because I'm looking to get out of the daily posting of social media and do more of the boosted paid campaigns now. Just because a lot of, and I know I explained to you, and this is a little surprise, I guess, for people, but you know, doing all the video projects that I have, all the more media-based stuff like this, it just takes a lot of time. And I love doing that, but then sometimes the daily postings will go by the wayside, or it'll be like late at night, like, oh, crap, I gotta do this. So to have somebody now like yourself to partner with is, oh my God, it's been a game changer, complete game changer.
Yay.
So we're talking today not only about you and what you do, but we are on the cusp of the metaverse. And for those that don't know what the metaverse is, it is a virtual reality for people, consumers, to immerse themselves with. The beauty of this right now is it's in its infancy stages right now. So you hear people talking about, you know, the Oculus Quest 2 goggles, or Apple is, you know, supposedly starting to develop their own virtual reality. So what do you know so far of the metaverse? And let's like kind of compare like our findings, our research, and more specifically, like what will it entail for the marketing industry?
Okay. So as I've been like researching it is kind of confusing. Like, even like coming from a background of like being very involved with technology, it's hard to grasp. But the one thing I heard, I listened to another podcast about it actually, and they said, is social media the gateway drug to the metaverse? And I was like, that's really fascinating, because it basically is. And like, people have like been so attached to social media for entertainment, and like Gen Z spends 9 hours a day on their phone. Like, that's actually insane. Like, that's a whole work day. So, I mean, I spend that much time on my phone, but that's because I'm working, you know? Like, they're just like trying to find entertainment in it. So basically, like, what I understand is the metaverse is just entertainment all around you. That's what it's supposed to be. Like, everything that you look at is just supposed to be like cool and like entertaining. So I do believe like social media like kind of is going to transition into that. I don't necessarily think social media is going to die off. Like, I think it's going to still be a thing within the metaverse. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but that's kind of how I've like perceived it. But it's hard to like imagine like for marketing, like it just completely dying off. And yeah,
it's gonna. And I think those are absolutely very, very, very valid points made. Social media is not going to die. It's just going to evolve. It's like with anything.
Right.
It's that whole adapt or die kind of mentality. And if you're a business, and especially if you're in the marketing industry, it behooves you to start researching it now. Start to ask these questions. Start to do your, we'll go on YouTube, watch these videos about the metaverse. Do your research on the VR goggles, because marketing in there, it could be, we're looking at a situation where you're walking around in this virtual reality, and a client of yours could have like a billboard on a virtual public bus that rolls by, you know, and that could be done by Influencer or WA Hooper Mark. You know what I mean? Like, that's where we're headed. And especially if you're in real estate, that's another big one, because virtual property. There's a fantastic book that I'm gonna do a plug for. It is, let me find it for everybody here. It was I found it on Audible, and it is called The Metaverse for Beginners, and it is a complete guide on how to invest in the metaverse. So learn all about land investing, NFT, and virtual realities. Okay. So it's not just going to be, right now we know Facebook as being Facebook, Instagram, that's the meta, but there's going to be other metaverses. So how familiar are you with like video games like Sims or Minecraft, any of that?
Oh, I used to play Sims all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Well, like, there was this one, I think it was My Sims. It was a little different. It was on Nintendo DS. But, like, I played the actual Sims too, but I more so played the one on the Nintendo DS. But that was, like, my generation, like, Nintendo DS games.
I like you even more.
So fun.
So it's going to be basically like you're playing, you're living out the Sims.
Right.
Like, you're going to have an avatar character that you create that interacts in that virtual reality. So that's just that. Then that's the icing on the cake. I mean, there is, and the beautiful part of it is that it's in its infancy right now. So we're living in a very exciting time. You know what I mean? Like, so you mentioned social media. Obviously, not that. Which platforms? Obviously, there's going to be Facebook, Instagram. That's Meta. But do you see other metaverse social media platforms surfacing or being created specifically for that?
Yes.
And will that be something that individuals like ourselves will partake in?
Okay, so, well, one thing, I worked with a dating app, and they, like, so basically, I'll try to explain it very short, but it's a video-based dating app. And they're trying to find people like bachelor or bachelorettes. The app's named Teleport. They're trying to find bachelor or bachelorettes, like, you know, the real show, and have people come on. They're like social media influencers, right? So they say, apply to date me, like, through this app called Teleport, and we'll go on a live, like, speed dating show. So they are kind of doing that, but as the metaverse is, like, coming up, they're seeing, like, really big opportunity in that, which they've, like, talked to me a little bit about. So even things like dating, like, I think will just be, like, completely changed. And I honestly don't know if it'd be for the good or the better. Like, I don't know my view on it necessarily, but things like that. Also, I mentioned that I do influencer marketing. So I see a lot of potential with influencers, especially in, like, NFTs and everything like that. Because originally, like, influencers will have merch that they sell, you know, like just t-shirts. Like, it's very, like, cheap to make stuff like that, and they get, like, a good return on it. But now you're gonna, like, I think, see influencers coming into the metaverse with, you know, like, stuff to do with NFTs, even just, like, creating, like, worlds, because can you create worlds in the metaverse? Or
you can, from what I understand, I don't know about creating worlds, but I think you can I know you can invest it, like
buy a property, and, like, you know, like, I think influencers are gonna try to bring their fans in and have some sort of, like, being more interactive with them. So that's something that I see. I don't know about necessarily, like, new social media platforms. I don't know about that, but
it's maybe too soon to tell.
Yeah. I personally don't know, but I think, like, all those different industries are definitely going to change a little bit, and just, like, especially influencers, I see a lot happening with that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's a very, very, very valid point. And it's definitely something to not shy away from, or, you know, maybe look down on, because that's, like I said, it's the way of the future. We're going to go live here on Facebook.
Okay.
And we kind of do, like, a little fun portion here.
Sure.
So, hello everybody. We are live here at the Knot here in Grosse Pointe Park. I am here with Corey Cicchini. There she is, and Corey is she has her own social media marketing agency called Influence It, and we at WA Hooper Marketing have formed a partnership with them, and so we're really excited about that. But we're talking about today the metaverse. Yes, I said it. I can't take it back. The metaverse. We are talking about what that means for the future for marketing and those like us in the industry. So, Corey, if you want to maybe tell everyone what you had just relayed to me about what your prediction is for social media and how that will evolve within the metaverse.
Sure. Yep. So I basically said that I watched listened to some podcasts, and they were saying, is social media the gateway drug to the metaverse? And I think it definitely is, just because people immerse themselves in social media to be entertained and to distract themselves from other things, especially Gen Z, like having to do schoolwork all day from home now. It's like they just distract themselves with social media. So I think definitely like the metaverse is just a space to entertain you, but like it's more so like everything you look at, there's just something new to like take in, and especially for businesses, like it'll be beneficial too, because people will just be like looking for things like that. But I don't think social media is going to die off. I think they're going to be integrated very well with each other. I'm not sure how that looks exactly, but I don't think it'll die off. And like we were talking about, like clients and like businesses having like billboards in the metaverse, or like an ad on the side of a bus, or whatever it may be. Right.
And also too, I think because it's still in its infancy stages right now, so we don't know a lot about it yet, but that's kind of the exciting part. And now people are just starting to get into figure out about the Oculus Quest 2 headset. And then even just recently, Disney. Are you a Disney fan at all?
Oh yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite Disney movie?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm more of like not old school Disney, like when High School Musical, like Camp Rock, like that is my jam. Like all of that, I love like that era, and that was just like what I grew up with. But like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, like that's my kind of Disney. So I don't know if you're talking about like old school Disney or
hey, all Disney counts.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've seen old Disney movies. Like I've only seen Lion King like once. What? Which I know that's like crazy.
What?
Yeah. But like Beauty and the Beast, I like that one. Yeah, but big Disney fan.
So. And I asked this because Disney has announced that they're doing a metaverse for them called Disneyverse. So I was just having a conversation with my bandmate TJ. What up? And we were talking because his girlfriend is also very big into Disney.
Okay.
So in that Disneyverse, the question that was asked by his girlfriend, she goes, "Why would I want to, partake in that?" Picture in the Disneyverse, and we just came up with this off the top of our heads, but again, because it's so new, imagine if, okay, let's say you wanted to not only watch your favorite show, whether it's Sweet Life of Zack and Cody or whatever, but imagine if you would be able to put on your Disneyverse headset or whatever you do to enter into that realm, and then you get to play out your one of the characters and see their like what it's like from their point of view. But the show, you're basically living that show.
That's really cool, but at the same time, it's like, what? Like, I don't understand, but like, I do understand. I don't know. Oh, that's funny.
But that's the possibility. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Right.
And so I think that's what makes it so exciting. But already when you have big establishments like Disney getting on board with this. Like, it's serious. Like, this is not going anywhere. I think people, whether you're for it or you're not for it, you at least have to accept it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You at least have to accept that this is happening, and like in the next 2 to 3 years, I mean, we could be streaming with our headsets on, and you could be at your apartment or where you work from, and I could be here or my place, and we could just be socializing. And I also think too, there is especially for e-commerce and for brick and mortars, like if they have like tangible products, like they're talking about having specials within the metaverse, and you make purchases as a consumer on there. Like the beauty bar could have something that they have, and that's a metaverse only special, and then that gets them business, and that gets, you know what I mean?
Right. Yep. Yeah, we were even I was talking to Jordan about that, who owns Birmingham Beauty Bar. She just got a dog, and so she was even talking about like making NFTs of like her dog, and like if you buy one, then I guess this doesn't relate to the metaverse. Kind of does.
Oh, it does.
It does. Okay. Like if you buy one for X amount, like you get 10% off of any service for the rest of your life. So say that's like $1,000 NFT, and then someone buys it, like eventually it'll be paid off like through the services they get there, but then from there it'll be like 10-20% off. So that's something we were talking about.
Yes. Yes. That's the other thing. NFTs, I know people, that's a very, but that's going to play a big part. I mean, it says so in the title of that Metaverse Beginners book that I just mentioned. They mention about NFTs and basically cryptocurrency, how that is going to play a big role in how people would do business or have transactions done within there.
Yeah.
Like it's on its way.
And it's a cute picture of a dog. If we do it for Birmingham
and it's
bars.
a cute picture.
So, like, well, he's I don't know the breed. It's a big dog. Like, he'll be like 150 pounds. But right now he's super little. But we want to create like one of him with like a face mask on with like cucumbers over his eyes or like something like that. Would be super funny.
My gosh.
Who wouldn't want that? I want that.
Yeah, I'd probably invest in that. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie to you. I can't. So I'm gonna ask some fun questions here now. So when you are not running Influence It and you are being a boss like you are, what are some of your hobbies and interests that you enjoy when you're not hustling?
Okay, when I'm not hustling, I like it. Well, I will say I'm always on my phone, so I'm always working. That's just social media though. But I'm kind of used to it. But I mentioned like I started social media from fitness, so I'm really into fitness. I've been working out for almost 6 years. Never played sports or anything in high school, so it just kind of like came out of nowhere. I just was not happy with how I looked, and I was like, why not? Like, I'll just try it. So I started weightlifting. Like bodybuilding pretty much. I never have like done any shows or anything, but yeah, I've been doing that for almost 6 years. I do CrossFit now, so it's a little different, but I'm at the point in my journey where I just need to walk in the gym and someone tell me what to do, because I just can't I can't walk in like, oh, I'm hitting legs today, like what workout, like what exercises, I don't know. So I do CrossFit now. That's something that I'm really passionate about. Just like makes me feel good mentally too. I also go to church a lot in my spare time. So every Sunday, I go every Tuesday night, is a big part of my life. And what else? I just got a roommate, which is really exciting. So I was living alone, and I found out I do not like living alone. I'll never do it again. So my roommate's really awesome. Her name's Maddie. We actually met off TikTok. I don't know if I told you this story.
No.
I didn't tell you this story?
No.
Okay, so... Well, I guess that's another hobby. I'm really into TikTok. So right now I have 117,000 followers. But I've been doing TikTok for like 5 years. So like right when it like became hot. But so I was looking for a roommate, and none of my friends at the time wanted to move. So I was like, okay, well, I could just make a TikTok and be like, hey, I live, not exactly where I live, but like I live around Metro Detroit. If you're looking for a roommate, like let me know. So I did. It got 32,000 views, and I got, I swear, over 100 DMs on Instagram from girls in the area asking to be my roommate.
Wow, I don't. Wow.
Yeah. So I've known Maddie for, I think, 3 months. I think we met sometime in November. So yeah, she's the only one I met with too. I just, for some reason, like saw her profile and I was like, we have a lot in common and she seems really cool. So after the first time we met, we're like, okay, yeah, like when are we going to look like where we're going to move? Like we're moving in. I just met you, but
hey, I
off
just
the
met
internet.
you.
Yeah.
And this is crazy. So here's my TikTok.
Basically.
DM me maybe.
Yup. There we go. I like it. I'm going to use that now. Just like, you know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's that story, but I can't believe I didn't tell you that.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No, you didn't.
Every time I tell someone that story, they're like, what? Like you're living with a stranger? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. But if she's watching this, Maddie, you're not a stranger. I love you. She's like one of my best friends now. So
well, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm glad. Yes.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna get like. No,
yeah,
no,
I'm glad.
She's good.
I'm glad this did not turn into another Netflix, crime series, original documentary.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We don't want that. But yeah, so I mean, TikTok. I probably make 3 TikToks a day. So
see, that's something I know I should, but I can't. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just the 30-something in me. I just can't.
Even I feel a little old sometimes.
Oh,
for
come
it.
on.
And I'm 24, so.
Oh my God. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but besides that, I have 2 dogs, 2 Pomeranians.
Okay, I thought you had one.
Nope, I have 2.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What are their names?
Raven is 5 years old. She's a beige Pomeranian. She's 6 pounds, I think. And then Laken. People always think I say Lincoln, but it's Laken.
Like Lake-in.
Lake-in. Yeah. Yep. She is a black Pomeranian, and she's, I think, 5 pounds now. So she's getting fixed Thursday. So that's what I'll be doing. Cone of shame. Cone of shame. That's what she'll be doing.
Well, this has been great. It really has. I've learned so much. So much.
If you need a roommate, just go to TikTok. That's the moral. That's the whole gist of this podcast. That's what you learned.
If you need a roommate, just go to TikTok. Knowing my luck, I'll probably get some weirdo creep that like.
Oh, you will. Well, you'll get them, but like hopefully,
Gee,
hopefully not like.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Appreciate that. Wow.
Not the person you live with, but you'll get weird submissions, whatever you want to call them. But
all right, what was one of the weirdest ones you got?
I don't want to like say and like this person watched this, but I don't know, probably not. This girl, like, she was cute, but her page was like pink everything, like hot pink everything, like hot pink lipstick, hot pink couch, hot pink. I was like, I'm sorry, but I can't live with someone who has hot pink everything. So that might have been the weirdest. Like, in terms of girls, but there was, like, guys who messaged me, like, oh, I'll be your roommate. I'm like, no, girls only. I didn't think I had to say that, but.
You gotta be specific.
I mean, in this generation.
You gotta be specific.
You do have to say that, so my bad. But it turned out.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
I'm sure it would turn out for you too.
See, now I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum here. I don't mind living alone. Like, that's great.
Okay.
You know?
Props to you. I wish. I liked it for the first 2 months, but then I was just like, no. I have 2 dogs too, even. That just didn't keep me keep me company. I don't know.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Just getting inside your own head or what?
Yes. I'm a big overthinker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a Virgo, and Virgos are meant to be like really big overthinkers. So if I'm alone, it's just turning.
Yeah, one of my really good friends, she's a Virgo. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she says that all the time.
Yep.
See, I'm an Aries, so
okay.
I'm very, I don't know if you can tell, very energetic.
Yeah.
I get bored very easily, so, you know.
Right.
But, you know, there's ways that.
So you can always find something to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's why exercise, box, play music.
Yeah.
This.
TikTok.
I nice try.
I'll teach you a TikTok dance.
What do you think, audience? Should she teach me? Should Corey teach me a TikTok dance? Like, would you like to see that? If so, please comment, react. I don't care. Should it happen or what?
I take that back because I'm not even really good at the dances. I'm not
really.
I'm not like the dancer. Like,
all right. So when you make your
dancer.
TikToks, what's the content pretty much primarily?
So, well, I told you I want to start a podcast myself, and that's going to be more about like lifestyle, like adulting, post-grad life, dating. So I make like a lot of TikToks about dating just because I've had a lot of crazy things happen to me. So mostly about that, just like adulting, just funny trends. I don't know. Just a little bit of everything, honestly.
All right. So to give people a sneak preview of what this could entail, give us one dating story that was memorable. Could be good, could be bad. This is an open forum here. You're in a safe space here than that.
Okay. Well, this one's a little deep. Well, not really, but I'm over it now. But it was from.
You heard it here first, folks.
So my first, I guess, serious boyfriend in high school. I think we dated for like 6 months, and I had a really good friend that was like my best friend. She was a girl, and we would all 3 hang out together all the time. Well, I would go to work after school at a daycare, and I found out that they were hanging out all the time together. So I was like, okay, like, I know, like, we're all just friends, but, like, can you not hang out, like, just you two when I'm at work? Like, wait till I'm out of work, you know, like, not making a big deal out of it. I'm just like, I just don't feel comfortable with that. So when I get out of the daycare one day, one of my friends calls me, and he's like, hey, you didn't hear this from me, but, like, they're at Jalapenos, which is, like, a restaurant in Clarkson, where I'm from, and he was like, they're there together. Like, I just want to let you know. Like, I know that they're not supposed to be hanging out together. So I drive over there. It's right next to the daycare. I storm in the restaurant, and I sit down at the table with them, and I look at him, and I'm like, I know you're cheating on me. And she's sitting right there. Snap. And it was just so awkward. And it was like, no, I'm not. And I was like, then why are you here when I told you not? So just like stupid, but that was in high school. So I would not do something like that now. But my physics teacher was sitting at the table right next to us too. So yeah. So, you know, I go to school the next day, and I would just have to pretend like my physics teacher didn't hear me yelling at my boyfriend. So that's one of my stories. Yeah, there's more where that came from.
All right, you heard it here first. Wow. There is so much. I have so many questions, but we don't have time for that right now. We can maybe do that off the air.
Yes, on my podcast.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But so to kind of wrap everything up here, how can people reach out to you for if they want social media posts, influencer stuff, what is the best kind of, you have obviously, I would think you have social media accounts.
No.
You have no,
just not my thing.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, I had to.
We like to have fun around here. So yes, social media, phone number, email. How can people reach out to you for your services?
Sure. So my email is info@influenceit-co.com. It's kind of a weird one, but my domain was taken, so I had to get creative with it. Like, I couldn't just get influenceit.com, so I did -co.com.
Oh.
I know. I'm sorry. But that's my email. That's also my website. Or you can go to my Instagram, which is Corey Cicchini, and then I have like a little form in my bio, or influence2_it.
Right on. I like it. I like it. Well, this is, I don't know about you. I had a good time.
Me too.
But this has been yet another segment of Marketing Minds Meet. I am here, been chatting with Corey Cicchini of Influence It. And Corey, it has been a pleasure not only just getting to know you, but also the partnership that we formed. We at WA Hooper Marketing will be helping out Corey with some of her video marketing, her podcast marketing. Like I said, I believe that things happen for a reason.
For sure.
So there was a reason why you did the testimonial at the Main Street meetup. Again, shout out Adam Renata Ramville, living his best life in Jamaica.
Sounds like a tagline. Living his best life in Jamaica.
I mean, he is. I mean, you can go on his Instagram stories and see it. But yes, yeah. When you did the testimonial, then finding out about what you did, it was the answer I was looking for, and kind of to help take off some of that daily social media stuff, and now focusing more on the paid and the boosted ad campaigns. It's going to be a game changer. So I appreciate you and everything that you do. You're hilarious and all that fun stuff.
I'm flattered. I try. Sometimes it doesn't succeed, but hey. Okay.
Well, it succeeds with me, so that's all that matters.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yes. Well, this has been another episode of Marketing Minds Meet. I'm Walter Hooper. This is Corey Cicchini, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, thank you for having me.
We're done.